This is Brick Chisel with Fogset News. Our top story, orthopedic surgeons are warning that many members of the GOP, senators and congressmen, are suffering from extremely weakened spines, and they're worried they'll be injured bending over backwards to kiss the loser-in-chief's rump as he continues his assault on democracy. And the nation mourns the passing of Charlie Pride, one of the biggest African-American names in country music, considered the Jackie Robinson of the genre. He was 86 and passed from complications from COVID. He had over 41 studio albums and 29 #1 hits on the Billboard chart. Kiss an Angel Good Morning, Is Anyone Going to San Antone, and Before I Met You, as well as a slew of other extremely popular music numbers. He will be sorely missed. His other hit, The Snakes Come Out at Night. And speaking of snakes coming out at night, the GOP continues their assault on the democratic process, refusing to acknowledge that Joe Biden has won the election, continuing on with their assault on democracy. And China has successfully landed on the moon. The mission, called Chang'e 3, has successfully landed on the moon, deploying landers and rovers to collect samples. Here's Gweeb Simpson on location with a report.
This is Gweeb Simpson for Fogset News, and I'm reporting from the far side of the moon, known as the Atkin Basin, which is the moon's south pole. And China has successfully landed a lunar mission here and is busy collecting samples of lunar material, hoping to find titanium and helium-3, a material used in nuclear fusion. The Chinese have been very successful. Although the first lunar mission happened in 1969, the U.S., with Neil Armstrong's famous quotation, "One small step for man, a giant leap for mankind." Since then, many countries, Japan, China, the Soviet Union, India, and Israel, have sent missions to the moon, but no one has established a foothold like the Chinese. They've also opened up the very first Chinese restaurant on the moon, and the reports are that the food is wonderful, although there's not much atmosphere. And we've just learned that they have started to have takeout service only for safety precautions. The Chinese have also opened up a lovely gift shop where you can buy wonderful trinkets and souvenirs if you happen to visit the moon. This is Gweeb Simpson for Fogset News, reporting from the far side of the moon.
Thanks, Gweeb, for that special report from the moon. In San Francisco, we're stunned at the closing of the Cliff House, the iconic restaurant perched on the rocks above the crashing waves of the Pacific Ocean. Diners have been eating there at wonderful but expensive prices for many generations. My grandfather came here from Oklahoma and ordered a steak and complained about the prices. His wife said, "Pee-wee, the difference between having a steak in Oklahoma and a steak in San Francisco is when you have a $4 steak in Oklahoma, you're still in Oklahoma." My father took his bride, my mother, there for their first anniversary back in 1956 and complained about the price of a dinner there at $28. Recently, I myself went there with a young woman, a fan of Brick Chisel, and you know I have lots of fans. But anyway, we had dinner, a nice dinner, a little champagne, some cocktails, some steak and lobster, but it was $900, and I was unable to expense report that, as Fogset Studios said that it was not allowed, even though I said this was a public relations campaign. However, we are mourning the passing of the Cliff House. Hopefully someone will open it up again and serve food at perhaps more reasonable prices, but I doubt it. This is Brick Chisel for Fogset News.